Good morning. This is episode 8 of MLB 19 The Soul. I'm your host, ZD, Zach Dawson of the Iamacreator community. If you guys are joining in the chat, you guys will get the Last of Us Part 2 tomorrow, since all I have to do tomorrow is only 7 to 11 in the morning, so I don't think it'll be a problem since it's only a 4-hour shift. So we'll see what happens from there. If you guys want to catch more MLB 19, every 1 to 2 days a week, hit that red support button if you guys are new in the chat. Also smash the like button if you guys can. Tweet them out, share them, comment, add them to a playlist. If there's anyone in the chat that does have a Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter anytime you like. Will we watch our videos in full? We'd like them in full. Share them, tweet them out as good as we can. We are good to go. Guys, let me know if there's any questions you guys want to have going in for the idol. Alan's at 27, the greatest summon is at 12. Of the Iamacreator community today, in the ballpark this morning, we've got Ann Kawanko. How you doing, Ann? Hope all is well. Check out that channel. As there will be Game 2 in San Diego. Padres won the first one 2-1. As there will be the 3 and 4 Cardinals taking on the 6 and 2 Padres in Game 2 in San Diego this morning. It's kind of like baseball for breakfast or something like that, but I don't see that being an distribution. But how's it going? How's it going this morning, Ann? Hope you guys had a good 4th of July, perhaps last night. I pretty much did by my own. So on the mound for the 3 and 4 Cardinals this morning will be Michael Wacha. He has 11 strikeouts, 1.42 ERA. And also on the mound for the 6 and 2 Padres in Game 2 this morning will be Joey Lucenci. He has a 1-0 record, 5 strikeouts, 6.75 ERA. So we take you down to the ballpark this morning in Game 2 in San Diego, California, guys. So yep, on the mound for the 3 and 4 Cardinals this morning is like I said, Michael Wacha. He has 1.42 ERA. See what happens this morning. And here's the starting lineup this morning, guys. Leading off will be Tommy Edman. The third baseman, Colton Wong, is at second base. Is the second baseman. Paul Goldsman plays as first baseman. Batting fourth is left fielder Marcel Azona. Batting fifth, Jose Ramirez. Pretty much got moved up a little bit, so he's the right fielder. Batting sixth is shortstop Paul DeZong. Tyler O'Neill is at center field. Yadier Molina's batting eighth as catcher. And on the mound, batting ninth for the 3 and 4 Cardinals this morning of the season is Michael Wacha, as you guys can see this morning in the chat. So, how is everyone doing this morning? Hope you guys are well, staying safe throughout this distribution of the coronavirus. Since the fireworks did go off a little bit, but I knew it would not even happen. Not much happened for sure, but it is good to see that, you know, the most of us are staying safe throughout this virus, and we consider everything's according to plan. Since, like I said, all I have to do tomorrow is only anything quite for sure, and that would only be a 7 to 11 shift. So I don't see that being a typical idea. So that'll be done for sure. And then, you know, basically anything. So on the mound for the 3 and 4 Cardinals this morning, Game 2 in San Diego, will be Michael Wacha. He's making his second start of the season. He has 1.42 ERA, giving up 2 hits, 1 walk, 11 strikeouts. Let's see what he can do against the 6 and 2 Padres team. Hitting off first will be Travis Zanikowski. He's batting .333. We get this underway. Here's the pitch by Michael. And there'll be a bunt attempt to left. And the ball gets away from him. Oh my, not a good start for the 3-4 Cardinals. And that'll be an infield single on the middle of the plate on that. So, not bad of a bunt attempt. And that's a single for the Padres. Mets 1, Nationals nothing in New York City. If you guys want to vote for the idol, it lands at 27. Greatest Summon is at 12. I don't know if Ann has ever voted. And a runner at first gets off quickly to steal second. Oh my. Steals second base off the bat. Good start for the 6-2 Padres. Last night was not bad, since there was some fireworks going off, but wasn't all too bad. Foul ball to left, strike 2. Serrano at second, nobody out. So far, like I said, I do go back tomorrow, so the plan for tomorrow is, you guys will be getting the last was part 2. There'll be ground ball to center field, goes to first baseman, 1 away, run over hold at second. Royals, Mariners 3, White Sox nothing in Chicago this morning. And here's the starting lineup for the 6-2 Padres this season. Manny Machado's batting 321. Evan Cosmo at 333. Will Myers is at 391. It's actually a good at batting average. And that'll bring in Manny Machado, third baseman in the lineup. Batting 321, 1 home run, 5 ribbies. He's a right-handed batter. I think it's righty versus righty. The matchup. I think it's right versus right. But a little more in between the size between lefty versus lefty. So running from second gets started to steal third off the bat. Oh my goodness. 6-2 Padres off to a little bit of a hot start this morning in game 2 in St. Louis. Oh my. Shout out to you, Mike. How you doing? I did see him do a wheel of teams for payoff pits, perhaps. So that'll be interesting to see. See what his plan's going to be. Foul ball to left, excuse me. Strike 1. It's now 1-1 to Machado. The 6-2 Padres. You guys will get a good, you guys will have a good morning IZN news this morning. So we can touch base on that. Also, Twilight's going to be on, since I've seen it plenty of times. So, especially with the other stuff that's in the mix, coming out of Independence Day yesterday, and he struck him out. Good strikeout pits by Watka, and that's 2 away for the Padres. Good strikeout by Michael Watka, making one of the teams beg for it a little bit. That'll bring him Hunter Renfroe. He's only batting 42, which is actually not a very, very below average this season. Ball 1 up top. We are going to see what kind of news we have this morning for you guys, so we can try to provide as good as we can. So since that'll be able to start strike 1 inside the zone. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. There, your umpires, Clay Washington is on the home base. First, second, and third home base umpire, followed by ground ball center field. Picks it up, throws to first, and side is retired. Not that bad of a start to begin with, but it's good. Padres lead 1. Go to the bottom of the first. Padres nothing. Cardinals coming up to bat in game 2 in St. Louis. So yeah, we've got a little bit of news for you guys, so we'll get to that a little bit later. On the mound for the 6-2 Padres in St. Louis, game 2 in St. Louis, is Zoe Lotizzi. Lotizzi making a second start, 1-0 record, 6.75 ERA. And leading off for the 3-4 Cardinals will be Tommy Edman, third baseman. He is batting 290. This is actually not bad of an average. I mean, if you look at the highest batting averages of all time, Albert Pujols had one of the best averages, I think one of the goodest averages, when he was a former home run leader of all time. So you also have Miguel Cabrera, who's been around for the Tigers for a long time, so on and so forth. Check swing, strike 2 at the bottom. 90% miles per hour of the sinker. So yeah, there's a couple other names I want to think. I don't know if maybe you can still have a baseball season. That'd be ground ball to first. Picks it up, gets to first base safely, 1 away for the Cardinals.
Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals.
So it's 1 out for the Cardinals. Game 2 in St. Louis. Here's a starting lineup for the 3 and 4 Cardinals of the season. Colin Wong's batting .267. Paul DeZong is batting right. 276. Tal Neal's batting .250. Gil Smith is 172. And speaking of that, guys, there's Colin Wong, second baseman. He's batting .267, 1 ribby. He's a left-handed batter. Right-handed batter or righty versus lefty. Usually one of the power sources is actually overcoming in between. Mariners 3, White Sox nothing in Chicago. Instead of that, it's still Illinois. So yeah, the plan for tomorrow is I'm going to be really tired after 11 o'clock tomorrow in the morning, because all I have to do is only 7 to 11, and then that'd be 5-ball center field. He gets the location defensively and makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for the Cardinals. So we'll see what happens going forward. Here comes the power hitter Paul Goldsmith. He's playing first base. He's batting .172 in game 2 in St. Louis. Padres won the first one, 2-1. Ball 1 to the bottom left. Yeah, Goldsmith's batting .172. From what you guys can see in the tab.
The game plan has to be the fact that you have to get something elevated. You know he's not going to.
And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you guys can get that Sans. You guys will have an unlimited Sans for that. All you have to do is get it out there and try to get my channel up and running. Swing and a miss, waited too long. That's strike 2 up top, 1 and 2.
I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here.
Yeah, Subway's going to be on the board this morning too, later on today, so that won't be a less than 60 problem. Ground fly ball to right center field and tries to get under it, but 2 calls to call. That would be a single to right center field. So a single by the Cardinals, by Paul Goldsmith. Look at it one more time. He nearly got the ball defensively, but didn't get there in time. So it's a runner at first, 2 outs. Ball 1 at the bottom right. And that will bring in Marcell Ozuna. Ozona's batting .111. 1 home run and 4 ribbies. He's actually batting righty. I mean, whatever bat goes for your if you're bat left or right, the more of a batting percentage you might hit. I mean, the better chance you might be able to hit the ball, most likely. So it's just like different from softball. That'd be fly ball to left center field, and that will be a single. Scored as a single. So a single by the Cardinals. This time from ground ball to left center field. So it's a runner first and second with 2 outs. Zoe looking to get out of that. Ball 1 at the bottom. Single at the bottom. That'll be Jose Martinez. He's batting .185, 1 home run and 3 ribbies. He is a right fielder inside the chat too, guys. So he's actually another pretty good hitter. Back in the 2019 season. I also have no plans buying MLB 20, replacing this, not even close. That's why I'm only focusing on my big pre-orders for this year. And that would be the final 3 to have an opportunity for PS5 implication, which is actually called Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So that'll be coming out the holidays. Swing and a miss to the left, strike 2. So yeah, that's pretty much the major final plan for this year, to make that as a PS4 pre-order one more time. And his second swing, he struck him out badly, and the side is retired. Not that bad of an inning, though. Cardinals leave 2. Game 2 in St. Louis, we go to top of the second. Cardinals nothing, Padres nothing. So yeah, I am maybe considering that. Due for the Padres is Eric Hosmer, first baseman. He's batting .333, 2 ribbies. If you guys want to catch more MLB 19, you guys will be getting a good exciting tweet of The Last of Us Part 2. That will be tomorrow, as a matter of fact, so I don't see that being a terrible idea. Because all I have to do is only 7 to 11 tomorrow morning, and then I think I'm going to just relax afterwards. So, if you guys want to, what do you call it, follow me on Twitter, you guys can let me know. Trying to get my supporters count back up there. I've sought an that'd ground ball left center field. Scoops it up the bat a little bit. That'd be a single. Reds 3, Pirates nothing at Pittsburgh. Go Steelers. So a single by the Padres. And if there's anyone in the chat that does have a Twitter, you can do so by following me on Twitter anytime you'd like, and that way we can grow my channel together with the Iamacreator group. See what we have to do and continue what we need to do. So that won't be a problem. That brings up Dennis Davidson, second baseman. He's only batting 200. Base runner first, nobody out.
He's set. Here's the 0-1.
So we'll see what happens, guys. But we watch our videos in full. Like them in full, share them, tweet them out as good as we can. We all good to go. Ball 1 up top, 1 and 2. Royals 4, Tigers nothing, and
you know, Matty, I'm not surprised by that pitch. Raise the eye level
in Detroit, excuse me. Mariners 3, White Sox 1 in Chicago. 1 and 2 coming up. Ball 2.
You gotta love that as a hitter right
See, we are going to get to Isaiah News in just a second.
To find a way to take advantage of the count.
And the idol is still open for voting, guys. Aladdin's at 27. Ready Summon is at 12. So you guys can vote anytime you want. As long as you continue to get my channel up there. That'll be ground ball to center field. And that will get off the wall a little bit. And that's a shot out the gap. And that'll be an RBI double. So an RBI double by the Padres. In Game 2 in St. Louis, as the Padres strike first, it's 1-0 Padres. In Game 2 in St. Louis. So let's see if we can jump on the gap a little bit, guys. Phoebe Moore, that's right. Phoebe Moore hits, feeds something good. So it's a runner at second, nobody out, 1-0 Padres. Game 2 in St. Louis. Swing and miss at the bottom, strike 1. And that brings up Austin Allen, the catcher. Only batting 45 average and 3 ribbies. He's a left-handed batter, I assume. So I don't blame him. Foul ball to right, strike 2. Yeah, I don't blame anybody batting left or righty. Ball went to the right. So let's get right to it, guys. We're going to start with a game called Mortal Cells. Foul ball to right again. Not sure if you guys have heard of this game, but apparently, from what I've heard, is swing and a miss at the bottom. Good revenge strikeout. That's the first out for the Padres. Second strikeout by Michael Wacha. He is on the mound for the 3-4 Cardinals this morning. So according to Adam Bankhurst from last night, guys, Mortal Cell, the action RPG Souls, like by Cold Cemetery, is they replace it from C to S to the Y, perhaps. Then I'll bring up left fielder Will Myers. He's batting .391, 5 home runs, 7 ribbies. He's batting, I think he's batting right, if I'm correct. But he is a left-handed batter. And what's the closed beta for the game to be into an open beta is allowing all players to download it now on the Epic Game Store. But yeah, this game is that game is actually an action RPG. which RPGs are actually always been my favorite since I was a kid. Remembering playing my very first Final Fantasy game since then, and you know, a lot of things that were suitable to me, to my status, due to RPGs. That'll be fly ball to deep left center field. Wants to pick it up and got it. Out number 2 for the Padres. Good catch defensively. And that'll bring up the starting pitcher on the mound for the 62 Padres, Zoe Latency. He has a good batting average and he has 2 ribbies.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Taken, and that one catches
1-0 Padres, game 2 in St. Louis. Top of the second, 2 outs. Only 1 count coming up. Swing and a miss, strike 2 to the left.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got
Which no one has to be laughing about much of anything going into forward status. And he struck him out. Good strikeout pitch. And the side is retired. Looking to replay one more time. That would be, yep, fly ball to deep center field. Game 2 in St. Louis. We go to bottom of the second. Padres 1, Cardinals nothing. Due up for the Cardinals this morning. We'll get some more news on this in a second. Is shortstop Paul DeZong. He's batting .276, a home run, and 2 ribbies. He is playing shortstop. Apparently the developers took something to Twitter based on it, ball at the bottom, and Discord as well, to explain the decision that stemmed from an unexpectedly high demand following strike 1 at the bottom, following the start of the closed beta. Cold Cemetery was giving away, apparently I think they were giving away some kind of codes.
1 and 2 now.
Reds 3, Pirates nothing in Pittsburgh. Yeah, away codes on its social channels and through the email itself. There'll be foul ball to right again. This time it's still strike 2. But after the vocal community spoke out with their interest in the game for the tryout, ball 2 at the bottom, 2 and 2, to try the game. And apparently the developer decided to change course a little bit. And he struck him out at the bottom. Throws to first baseman, 1 away for the Cardinals. Game 2 in St. Louis. It went on to state, and I quote, Cold Cemetery did say on Discord, saying that we heard that a lot of you were feeling left out and frustrated with how we are handling key distribution. We have been, hold on, that'll bring up Tyrone Neal, center fielder. He has a .250 average, a home run, and 2 ribbies.
Now here it comes.
Apparently he did went on to state, hold on, excuse me, he went on to state they tried their best to keep up with requests, but we had never expected this level of high demand. So we have decided to open the strike 1 to the right, 1 and 1 count. The PC beta early, and it's already available for a lot of us right now. And yeah, Mortal, ball 2 to the right, 2 and 1. But yeah, Mortal Cell was actually part of IGN's Summer of Gaming. So yeah, the game is actually having its own beta right now. Ground ball to third, picked up by the third baseman. Throws to first, out number 2 for the Cardinals. So guys can check out Mortal Engine. I think it's only for PC for now. Brings up Yadier Molina. He has an 87 average and 1 ribby this morning. So we'll see what happens. I mean, if it comes to PS5, I would maybe think it might be a little enjoyable to watch, but we'll see. I mean, it is a action RPG, and that is an RPG down to my alley. So we'll see. There's also locations of Pokemon Isle of Armor. And yeah, I think it's only for the Switch, not for the new consoles that are coming out this year. That'll be ground ball to center field, picked up by second baseman. throws to first, and the side is retired.
And that ends the inning.
3 up, 3 down for the Cardinals. So you guys can look at the years over the years, back in 1926 to the present. Look at the top of the third inning. Padres 1, Cardinals nothing. Due up for the Padres, St. Louis in Game 2. With Travis Zanikowski, he's 1 for 1 and drew a single his first time in the ball game. On game today. It's a pitch by Walker. Tried to go for a bunt attempt again, but I swung out of his bat. Strike 1. The record between Zanikowski versus Walker, 2 for 4 with a batting average of 900. Not a bunt, nope, strike 2. And you guys can get the best video doorbells safely at your smart home, apparently, whatever you guys live at. So we'll get to some news involving that. Ball one at the bottom, 1 and 2.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting.
So yeah, that's based on some doorbells. It's like if somebody comes to your dorm, swing and a miss. First out for the Padres. That's the 4th strikeout by Michael Wacha. He's doing okay on the mound for the 3 and 4 Cardinals this morning. Twins 2, Phillies nothing in Philadelphia. So you guys can check them out. The Iron Man VR review sought a 7 out of 10 from what I've seen of it. Even though I'm not a VR person. Swinging him at strike 1 outside the zone. And that will be Fernando Tatis Jr. He grounded out his first time in Game 2 in St. Louis. That'll be fly ball to right center field. He's looking to get under it, and he does make the close catch. Pretty good catch defensively. Out number 2 for the Padres. White Sox 6, Mariners 3 in Chicago. Now brings back Manny Machado. He struck out his first time. He is 0 for 1. In Game 2 in St. Louis. But yeah, guys, the more you follow me on Twitter, the more my channel will get back to where it's going. To get back to what it's doing for sure. I did lose one this morning. It was the same one who came in the chat last night, so I'm not positive with that, but either way, you know, it's either dead accounts or something different. Strike 2 to the right, beautiful. Strike 2. And of course, it's actually 0-2. A little short work, swing and a miss. Struck out Machado, and the side is retired. Now I also got done having to be in the salad this morning too, so I can get prepared a little bit at the same point. We go to bottom of the 3rd, Padres 1, Cardinals nothing. Due up for the Cardinals. The pitcher on the mound for the 3 and 4 Cardinals is Michael Wacha, as he comes up to bat. In Game 2 in St. Louis. Here's the pitch by Licensi. Ball 1 to the left, far. Strike. That is ball 1. Go Mets 3. Nationals nothing in New York City. Strike 1 to the right. Set out to Sid. How are you? Englishman, how you doing? That swing got it off guard. That's strike 2. It's 1 and 2 to Wacha. Comes to 1 and 2. Ball 2 at the bottom. 2 and 2.
Good job of laying off. It's back to 2 and 2.
Like I said, if you guys want to check me out on Twitter, you guys can follow anytime you like. It's not that hard to find. I'm easy to get to. And he struck him out with a check swing. So that's the first, and that's the first out for the Cardinals. First out for the Cardinals after the strikeout for the check. And back to the lineup. It's Tommy Edman, third baseman. He grounded out his first time. He's 0 for 1. Royals 5, Tigers nothing in Detroit. It's the pitch by Licensi. coming off his glove. Ball one at the bottom.
Pitch is a sinker too low. 1-0. Bases are empty. One man out.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see how it's continuing to get better.
Sinker
Ball
stays
2.
outside and is behind now 2-0.
And that's strike 1 to the left, 2-1. Like swing strike 2 off his hand, 2-2.
And it's even now at 2-2.
We're gonna see what I'm going to do about this. Okay, there we go. 2-2 count coming up. Ball 3.
3-2.
On deck is Colin Wong. He has a 258 average.
You can rest assured he knows he's not
In the
getting
chat
away
this
with
morning.
another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be
Little
aggressive on this next play.
laugh out of that. So yeah, tonight, you guys, since today is Sunday this morning, Doom Eternal will be tonight. That big ground ball to right center field. Sizing, and that'll be a single. So it's single by the Cardinals. To warm him up quite a little bit.
It's not easy to put the time in, but bottom line is one of the reasons
That's single
why
by
they
the
do it
Cardinals.
is the ability to work the whole field.
And that'll bring in Colton Wong, second baseman.
So a runner at first with one
He
out
flown
now,
out his
and
first
that'll
time.
bring
He
up
is 0 for
Colton
1
Wong.
in Game 2 in St. Louis. So it's a runner at first, 1 out coming up.
First
Pitch
pitch
coming up.
on its way.
Ball 1 at the bottom.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Wong, born in the Aloha state of Hawaii. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Runner first looking to steal second. Ball 2. And runner from first does steal second. Good steal. Tommy Evans has his 4th stolen base. As it's now, it's a runner at second with 1 out. Good steal though. Ball 1. Strike 1 at the bottom. And they pop up. The runner will hold at second, guys. And he makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for the Cardinals.
Standing in, Paul Goldschmidt, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
You guys can follow me on Twitter anytime you like, guys. As long as you get my channel up and running back to where it needs to be. And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt. He is 1 for 1 in Game 2 in St. Louis. He's also a former Arizona Diamondback for the Saints too. Ball 2.
And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts,
So it's all good.
You're in pretty big
2-0
trouble
count
as a
coming up.
pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents.
Good
often
5,
at that
foul
pitch,
ball to right,
even when
strike
it's not
1.
in a good location to hit.
It's now 2-1 outside the chat. 2-1 coming in. Ball 3. 3-1 on deck is Marcel Azona. He has a 143 average. He is on deck.
To drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
3-1 coming up.
And the 3-1 pitch.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. It's a full count. 3-2 in the chat this morning, guys.
Guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from
Dying, done, whenever
Yeah, I
it's
think that's the idea,
coming in.
but he might spin
Hold on,
the
I'll
other
get to
side,
that
looking
typing in
for
a
it there.
second. 'Cause that's the moment. Foul ball to right, strike 2.
Just to make contact.
Still a little in tech.
Out of the stretch, the
Of extra progress, and he struck him out looking. Didn't get the ball he was looking for, and the side is retired.
For the Cardinals, they're down 1-0.
Cardinals leave 1. We jump to the 4th inning. Padres 1, Cardinals nothing. Game 2 in St. Louis. Due up for the Padres. It's right fielder Hunter Renfroe. He is 0 for 1 for ground out his first time. He nods his head. It's a pitch by Waka. Strike 1 to the left, around the gap.
The outer part of the plate.
So there's really not much news coming out of this morning, so guys will be getting a little more tonight by the time we do Doom Eternal. We get it out and get it out on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter anytime you'd like, and see if there's anything that we can do. Get my channel up there. The highest I've ever had is 1,400. Couple times. Swing and a miss, struck him out. First out for the Padres. That's a 6th strikeout by Michael Watka. Good stuff. Giants 2, Rays nothing in San Francisco.
It's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective.
Watka nods his head.
What he did right there.
Comes the pitch offering. Strike one to the upper left. Gives it rolling, running. And that would be Eric Hosmer, the first baseman. He singled and drove in a run in his very first time.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
Foul ball to right behind home base, excuse me. And that will be strike 2. Give me a little more help. White Sox 7, Mariners 4 in Chicago. That'll be fly ball to deep center field again. And it'll get down. It bounces a little off the wall. Decides not to crash in between. And it will be a double. So a double by the Padres. Second double by Eric Hosmer in Game 2 in St. Louis. As you look at the ball deep to center field, bounces a little off the wall of the play ball sign. It's not bad. Runner at second and 1 out. The pitch by Watka. Check swing. Good pitch out of that. Strike 1. That'd be second baseman Dennis Davidson. He's 1 for 1 of a double and drove in a ribby in Game 2 in St. Louis. Ball 1 at the bottom. 2-2. We only got about 2 likes in the chat, guys. Can we get up to 4 this morning? You guys can follow me on Twitter anytime you'd like, and let me know if you guys have any questions about the idol you guys want to be excited to vote for. Lands at 27, Ray Summon is at 12, so you guys can jump right into it. And let me know if you guys have any questions on that. Austin Allen's on deck. That'd be foul ball to left, strike 2. Here comes the pitch for a 3-2. Foul ball behind home base. Runner will hold at second. There'll be fly ball to deep left center field. Racing back, and he's not going to get there, guys. He's not going to get there, and it's gone. And that'll be the first major home run, 2-run shot by Dennis Davidson. 381 feet in Game 2 in St. Louis. Pretty good hit off the bat. And it is gone. In Game 2 in St. Louis, it's 3-0 Padres. Top of the 4th with 1 out. Good 2-1 shot by Dennis Davidson. For the 6-2 Padres. Look at it one more time. Fly ball to deep left center field, and it's gone.
Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
Look, as you look at the ball closely, it gets right on the bat. So it'll be Dennis Davidson with a 2-run homer this morning. So he gets a good pen on the back for it. 3-0 Padres. Top of the 4th, 1 out. Pitch by Watka. We're going to get some events. He does with a strike. That brings in Austin Allen, the catcher. He has struck out in the 2nd inning. He is 0 for 1. Ball 1 at the bottom left corner. And that's ball 1-1. Excuse me. Here comes the 1-1 by Watka. Strike 2 at the bottom. Better pitch that with a good length. That'd be fly ball to pitcher. He makes the catch, out number 2 for the Padres. And that'll bring in Will Myers, left fielder. He is a left-handed batter. He's 0 for 1. We fly out in the second. I'm feeling a little bit tired today, but I got a good amount of sleep after I stayed up till almost 11 last night. But I'm kind of tired, not as a bunny, but you know, as a hard-working businessman at Walmart for the last 3 years. Strike one to the right. So yeah, that's basically the same basic thing going in for this starting tomorrow. So since I'm still at morning shifts, which means I'll be off a little more early in the evenings. Ground ball to right center field. And he picks it up, and that'll be a single. So a single by the Padres in Game 2 in St. Louis. Kyrosine status in the WWE for some reason.
Every other hitter in the lineup is hitting in front of you except the pitcher.
Strike one inside the middle. That brings up Zony Locenzi, the Sonic pitcher on the mound for the 6-2 Padres this morning. He struck out in the second. He is 0 for 1. Game 2 in St. Louis. Runner at first, 2 outs. Swing and a miss at the bottom, 2-2.
The discipline has just been completely
Watkins given up
absent
5
from this
balls,
offense.
17 strikes,
Seems like
totals
they're always
22,
finding
comes
themselves
23.
behind the count, and a big reason why
And he struck him out looking.
And that'll do it. The inning is over.
Good strikeout, and the inning is over. We play up the 2-run homer by Dennis Davidson to deep left center field. Game 2 in St. Louis. Go to bottom of the 4th inning. Padres 3, Cardinals nothing.
Settling in now, Marcell Ozuna. He singled his
And due up for the Cardinals will be Marcell Ozuna, left fielder. He's singled in the first. He's 1 for 1 in Game 2 in St. Louis.
Here comes the first pitch.
Here's the pitch by Locenzi.
First pitch of the inning.
Ball went to the right of the curveball. The knuckleballs are actually kind of like a mysterious pitch, whether it's inside or outside the zone, the same way. Same with a little more curve too. Whatever ball you're pitching on. Like swing, ball 2 and strike 2 at the bottom. Excuse me, 1 and 2. I also did the same this morning, but I'm always good as normal. Without super spade or something. We fly ball to deep center field, racing back, and it's gone. Solo shot up the middle, and that would be Marcell Ozuna. Second solo shot by Marcell Ozuna, 413 feet, guys. Anything you can do, we can do better. So that's a solo shot by Marcell Ozuna in Game 2 in St. Louis.
Hey, listen,
As so far, it's now 3-1 Padres. Here come the 3 and 4 Cardinals. Look at that. Solo shot to deep center field. And it's gone. 3-1 Padres, bottom of the 4th, nobody out. It's pitched by Locenzi. Ball 1 at the bottom. That brings in Jose Martinez. He has struck out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Indians 2. Blue Jays 1 in Cleveland. This morning in the chat. Waited a little too long. Strike 1. Martinez is 0 for 1 on the record. So not much stressful on that or anything in particular. Check swing again, ball strike 2, excuse me. Most of us were thinking it would be ball 2, but I guess not. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, first out for the Cardinals. Good strikeout by Zoe Lucensi. He's actually looking pretty much average on the mound this morning for 6-2 Padres. I do assume on that. But it's actually not a terrible idea. Strike one inside the zone. That brings up Paul DeZong. He struck out in the second. He is 0 for 1. Game 2 in St. Louis this morning. Doom Eternal is advertisable for tonight. It's every Saturday and Sunday. Ball one at the bottom. Ball one at the bottom, 1-1.
1 out, nobody on.
Comes the 1-1 by Lutensi. He almost had he almost grabbed the bite of it, but that's strike 2. Shout out to Travis Cox, how you doing? Foul ball to right, strike 2.
Looking to punch him out again, the pitch.
That's another supporter again. I don't know what's going on.
Still hanging
down to 1382 apparently, but yeah, I have no clue what's going on. But it's alright. Ball 2 at the bottom. It's just that, you know, it might be dead accounts or it might be a little something different, but that's okay. I've only lost a few this morning. Foul ball to right, strike 2. But dead side is right on the ball from last night. The more I can have follow on Twitter, the more of a chance my channel will be back up. And he struck him out. 6 strikeout by Lutensi, and that's second out for the Cardinals.
Nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes
but it's alright. I'm still doing good on supporters.
That really matters.
Just trying to get myself up there. We guys with help on the Iamacreator group, as good as anything we can do. Continue to try to advertise as good as we can. Gets the pitch by Lutensi, but that'll be alright. Ball 1 at the upper right. That brings up Tyler O'Neill. He grounded out in the second. He is 0 for 1. Game 2 in St. Louis. Bottom of the 4th, 2 routes, 3-1 Padres.
2 balls
Ball
and
2.
No strikes to the Cardinals center fielder.
It's actually 2-0 off the bat.
And he's
oh, there you are.
There, and it'll cost him, as they say. He did swing the bat. It's 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Yep, there's Zombie. I was actually looking for the man, so he actually gave me some good advice over the weekend.
Here now the 2-2.
And he struck him out to the left looking. And the side is retired.
Cardinals do get 1 back.
Look at the solo shot deep to center field. And it was good. Go to top of the 5th. Padres 3, Cardinals 1. Due up for the Padres will be Travis Jankowski. He only had a single in the 1st inning. He is 1 for 2. It's a pitch by Walker. Game 2 in St. Louis. Swinging a miss to the right. To the right.
You know, you love a guy who attacks the zone, but sometimes
crap. Well, I'm trying to get it back up there. Hold on.
That could be the case right here. This offense is going to the plate, just pulling the trigger on everything.
No, okay, there we go. Alright, there we go. Let's see what we can expand on that. Twins 4, Phillies nothing in Philadelphia. Swinging a miss, strike 2 at the bottom. Yeah, Zombie is actually one of my good friends on YouTube. Same way. Ball 1 to the bottom right.
1-2.
Great arm action on that 2-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
Nah, I don't think that's going to be that hard. Royals 7, Tigers nothing in Detroit. The ground ball center field, and he does not get the ball defensively. That'll be a single. So a single for the Padres. White Sox 7, Mariners 6 in Chicago.
Drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good two-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a
Yeah,
single.
definitely right about that. Runner at first, nobody out.
Into the box now, Fernando Tatis Jr. as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike one.
Brings up Fernando Tatis Jr. He has flown out and he has grounded out. He's 0 for 2 in Game 2 in St. Louis. Runner at first, steal second again. Oh my.
The throw bounces on the way down.
Well, this pitcher's out there just
First
trying
on
to get
base
hitters out.
for
He's
the
having a hard
6 and
time
2
doing that. So
Padres.
as a base runner, that's a good time to try to steal some bases. He's probably not as focused on controlling the running game as he should be.
So it's a runner at second, nobody out. 0-2 count coming up.
Snap throw from the
Runner will
catcher.
hold at second. Ground ball to left, and that's going to be trouble. And that'll be a single.
And now the stadium's attention turns back to the man on the mound. And time now to see quite
So a single by the
and it appeared from up here at least. And
Padres as the runner goes to third.
It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which
As
could
we
be
speak.
problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. Here's Manny Machado now, and he's at risk of the old hat trick.
Here comes Manny Machado. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts as a third baseman.
Are a lot more common than they
In Game
were,
2
say,
in St.
15
Louis.
years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an
First and third,
ideological
nobody
shift in the
out.
game. That's
The
a
pitch
big
by
topic of
Machado.
debate.
Yeah, guy's not going to worry about 3 strikeouts if
Exit
he can
ball
add
1.
a game-winning hit to that line. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 is in
Strike
there for
1 inside the
one.
zone. Now, amazing person. That's actually a good name.
Hit high in the
Fly
air
ball to
down
right center field.
Martinez.
When he makes the catch, runner will hold at first, runner at third will go to home.
He will score as
Runner
Machado
at second
delivers
goes
the
back to
RBI.
what he's going.
It's now 4-1.
And that'll be an RBI.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job
So
right there with the sac fly
it's now
and
4-1
brings the run home.
Padres in Game 2 in St. Louis.
Digging in, Hunter Renfroe. We thought we might be seeing the end of the road for the starter, but clearly he's still
That brings
in
up
there
Honey
for at least one
Renfroe.
more hitter.
He's struck out and he has flown out.
But I think they figured with the righty coming up, it was worth sticking with
That'll
him.
be foul
Keep the
ball to
matchup
home base,
advantage
strike
in
1.
their favor here.
So it's 4-1 Padres, top of the 5th. Runner at second, no but 1 out.
To deliver the 0-1. Skied in
We
the air
fly
to
ball to
straightaway
deep left center field.
Ozuna is under it.
Tries to get back to what he was going to, and he makes the catch. Second out for the Padres.
Ready for another shot now. Eric Hosmer. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2.
He's up
line
Eric
into this
Hosmer.
appearance.
He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, and this is the guy for me. I think this
2
is
for
the
2,
guy
excuse
in
me.
the clubhouse
In Game
that the
2 in
guys
St.
truly
Louis.
gravitate towards. The total package of Eric Hosmer's game is really special.
Comes set and the 0-1.
That'll be foul ball to right. That'll be strike 2.
2 out here and a runner at second.
Yeah, I don't do giveaways. I mean, if I did get back to Streamlabs, that would be something.
Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to tack on any more runs.
So I don't
Let's
see
if
that
he
being
attacks
a
his zone or buries something in
terrible
there.
idea.
High
We
in
fly
the
ball
air
to
out
deep center field on that
O'Neal
one.
waits on it.
Gets under it, and he
No
makes a
trouble
good
with
catch,
this
and the
one,
side
and
is
the inning
retired.
over. Padres able to pick up 1 on a couple of hits.
Game 2 in
Home
St.
half of the
Louis.
5th coming up. The Padres lead it 4-1.
We go to bottom of the 5th inning. Padres 4, Cardinals 1.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Yeah, my buddy Zombie is actually one of my good friends as well on YouTube at the same different structure, but same thing.
A lot of their outs have come from weak contact and strikeouts as a result of chasing pitches outside the strike zone.
This is actually not too bad at all. So we can try to expand.
With their swings and force the opposition to throw more strikes.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Due up for the Cardinals to be Yadier Molina, catcher. He's 0 for 1, ground out in the second inning.
Half of inning number 5. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Here's the pitch coming up. Strike one at the inside.
Looks like double-barreled action now in the San Diego bullpen as they get a lefty and a right-hander up to throw.
Hold on. 0-1 count coming up by Lutensi. The ground ball to first. Picks it up. Goes to first. One away for the Cardinals. And there will be a pinch hitter coming by a little bit. And pinch hitting for the 3 and 4 Cardinals this morning. Game 2 in St. Louis is Matt Wieters. He actually is batting 143. What's up, only Dopus? Thank you. But yeah, my supporters count has been relentlessly not been going good. Despite the fact, you know, when I was in Bloodstream earlier this week, I don't know what happened or what's going on because, you know, I'm usually on my phone. But yeah, as long as we stay connected, but what, can you do me a favor, Owen Dopus, or whatever you want to be called? Can you do me a favor for me? But thank you, buddy.
I think that's one of the toughest calls for an umpire to make.
And that's a strikeout, second out for the Cardinals.
Rarely feel like they went, and I don't think he likes getting rung up there by the first base umpire. But looking at it, it's hard to say for sure.
Wait, Zombie's helping me a little bit. It's the pitch by Lutensi. It's like one at the bottom. Oh yeah. Oh I'll tell you in a minute. Tommy Edmonds 1 for 2, base single in the third inning at third baseman. But yeah, only do you have a Twitter? So you can sell this out. Sell me out on Twitter, perhaps. That'll be fly ball to deep center field. This is back, and he makes a good catch, and the side is retired.
Will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They trail it 4-1.
We go to top of the 6th, game 2 in St. Louis. Padres 4, Cardinals 1. So there will be a different pitcher on the mound. When it comes to lefty versus righties, I think the one that will be taken over on the mound for the 3 and 4 Cardinals this morning is John Gant. What's your Twitter, by the way, buddy? John Gant making his 4th start. He has 2 strikeouts. And due up for the Padres. But yeah, I'm trying to get as much as I can on Twitter to see if they can share me out, follow me on Twitter, and get it out there. That's what I've been trying to do. That's what I've been mentally trying to do, you know. I mean, I'm trying to get back to what I'm getting back up to, more importantly, and Jason Lorenzo. I might be able to look that up very, very closely. On Harv Gaming, thank you. But I have to tell you guys, Zombie is actually one of those guys that knows how to help me. He did actually make a very good comment on the start of the weekend. He made a very good comment. He said he's going to get me back up there. Does my full name that? What do you mean, buddy? What do you mean by full name? One up top, 1 and 2, twin 6, Phillies, nothing. Okay, let me I'll tell you what. How about I jump right up on Twitter and see what we got to look into. So but yeah, Dutz made his return too. That was yesterday. when I was doing a new episode of Doom Eternal, he struck him out. That's the first out for the Padres.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big
Well, let me
league,
see if I can
have to
find you,
expect
buddy.
a certain amount of
Just
this.
hold on.
There aren't any easy at-bats at
But
this
can you
level, and
sell
really
this
have
out
to
for
learn
me?
how to slow the game down in your head, because everything feels like it's so much
Well, yeah, let me
faster
go
out
ahead
there.
and try to look for you. Oh, okay. So how long have you been? So how long have you been on Twitter? I mean, I've been on Twitter for quite some time. Like I said, I'm not that hard to find. Brings up Austin Allen, the catcher. He has struck out and he has popped out in Game 2 in St. Louis.
Now the 1-0.
The 1-0 count by Gant.
Is offered
Swing and a
out
miss,
missed
strike
for the
one,
first
up and
strike.
left. PR. And okay, Jason Leparenza, right? It says you have 253 and 32 followers, correct? Can you tweet me out, buddy? Can you tweet me out, send me out, get it out there for me? But allow me to demonstrate. I am trying to follow you on Twitter. Oh, for a few years? Oh. Well, I thought the year said 2013. 2013 or something. Not 100% sure if that's you or not.
The 1-2.
I'm not really sure. But I think that's just a guess. And it struck him out looking. Strikeout pitch out number 2 for the Padres. Second strikeout by Don Gant off the bat.
That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Brings up Will Myers. Oh, sweet. He's 1 for 2 for a single in the 4th. But what do you say, buddy? Can you do that for me? Get it out there. Tell him to join the Iamacreator community.
Fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one.
Remember, the Iamacreator equals pay it forward and be rewarded. Never ask for support back. But we watch our videos in full. We like the videos in full. Share them, tweet them out, add them to a playlist as good as we can, and we are good to go to nearly expand. But yeah, Zombie is one of those guys that knows what he's doing, so I appreciate him continuing to help me. And you guys always here to help me too, no matter what happens. If we ground ball center field doesn't get there, and that will be a single.
Hey guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his second knock of the game.
So a single by the Padres.
But the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be
you guys are also having...
a worse fate.
Oh, thank you so much, my man. Thank you so much. But other than that, anything can happen with God's help as long as we put our mind to it. Oh, by the way, Jason, are you Christian for me? I mean, are you Christian, by the way? Tony Lucenzi has struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. By the way, guys, if you guys have a computer,
And he fouls this one off.
oh, okay, buddy.
Myers
Take your time.
is off at first with two
If you guys have
away.
a touchscreen on your phone, computer, or a tablet, swing and miss at the bottom, strike 2. If you got a computer, phone, or a tablet, you can do so by typing in the website anytime. There's no fees. It's actually free.
Strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball laid off well below the knees.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I use for device-wise is my phone. I don't usually have a tablet. I don't usually have a computer or a tablet for sure. But I try to do the best I can. Game 2 in St. Louis. Go to bottom of the 6th inning. Padres 4, Cardinals 1. And take it over on the mound for the 6-2 Padres will be Craig Statman, making the 6th start of the series. Due up for the Cardinals is Colton Wong. He has flown out and he has popped out. Left-handed batter. Here's the pitch by Statman.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Strike one at the bottom. Out of the box.
Somebody needs to go rattle the cage right here. Take the bats and start throwing them all over the dugout to get these boys going. If this continues, I
But it's all
guarantee
good.
you see a different lineup tomorrow.
But so what do you do for a living, Jason? Any exciting stuff? Not exactly. That's why I mean, for me, honestly, you know, my love and I have been together for after we had our 3-year anniversary. That was actually on the 24th, a couple weeks ago. That was actually really sweet. You know, she just wanted me to come to be out of the house and so we can celebrate, have some time together. Which the 1 hour crap is okay, but not that bad. It's just that we want to get back to what we're doing officially as good as we can and see what we can do about that, you know. I mean, as long as we know what we're doing to stay safe with this coronavirus going on, and with most of us Americans, well, we'll see what we can do. That's the first out for the Cardinals. Here comes Paul Goldschmidt. He is 1 for 2, a single in the first inning. Royals 7, Tigers 4 in Detroit. But keep sharing me out on Twitter, guys. Sharing me out as good as you can. Guys, keep going. Strike 1 to the left. So on 1. Bottom of the 6. 1 out, 4-1 Padres. Game 2 in St. Louis. But thank you, Jason.
A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman.
But as long as we continue to do what we love doing, guys, as long as we put our mind to it, let's keep doing what we love doing. The PS5 is still duking out with my pudding too, so ball 2.
Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now. Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there.
Keep it going, guys. What we have to do is keep avenging that. 2-1 count by Statman.
Now the 2-1.
That'll be fly ball to deep center field, and it will get down, bounce off a little bit off the wall. Like I said, Goldschmidt is actually one of the good hitters, so that's a good thing. And that'll be a double. So a double by the Cardinals.
Into the alley for a gapper that'll bring him easily into second base.
So a double by the Cardinals. Here comes Marcell Ozuna, left fielder. He had a solo shot and he had a single. So he's 2 for 2. This is actually not much further behind, occasionally. So it's a runner at second, 1 out. It's pitched by Statman. So yeah, Doom Eternal is tonight, and then tomorrow will be the Last of Us Part 2. So we don't have to worry about, hopefully, having less connections or anything that's below it. Ball 2. Yeah, well, like I said, I want to try to do a new episode of TLOU2. And that's every 3 to 4 days a week in the format in the chat, so we'll see what we can do on that. Pop up to foul, and he makes the catch, and that's second out for the Cardinals. Excuse me. That brings up Jose Martinez. He has struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. Game 2 in St. Louis. Of jumps and referring, huh?
First offering on its way. And he takes
strike 1 in the upper left. BL3 is every Tuesday, Wednesdays. I'm still taking my time with that sort of investment. Almost ready to dive and catch, but that's outnumbered. That's strike 2. Yeah, let's go 7. Yep, exactly right. He struck him out, trying to swing.
Struck him out again, I should say. His
and the side is retired.
Cards leave 1, and this is still a 4-1 ball.
We go to top of the 7th inning. Game 2 in St. Louis. Padres 4, Cardinals 1. And this tells the story, guys. 62 Padres, 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. 3 and 4 Cardinals, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. In Game 2 in St. Louis. Doo-wop for the Padres. With Travis Zanikowski has 2 singles, and he's 2 for 3. Game 2 in St. Louis. Strike 1 at the bottom. Strike 1 for Sir Regular. I'm still at 61 moderators, so I don't know if I'm going to try to expand it. I mean, I think I might keep it at 61. I would think. I think 61 might be the only magic number I would get to, instead of increasing it. So that'll be okay. Red 6, Pirates 1, and Pittsburgh. Comes to 1 and 2 by Gant. For strikeout, that'll be ball 2. Win 6, Phillies nothing in Philadelphia.
So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
And he struck him out. First out for the Padres. 4 strikeouts by Don Gant. He's on the mound for the 3 and 4 Cardinals this morning. Into St. Louis. Brings up Fernando Tatis Jr. He's singled in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 3.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Strike 1 up top.
In there for strike 1.
Gone with Plants, huh?
Here it comes.
It's actually a different name. Involving a Mario level or something. And it's caught by first baseman. And that's second out for the Padres.
First baseman, Manny Machado.
Digging in, Manny Machado. In his career against this pitcher, he's
Brings
1
up
for
Manny
3.
Machado. He had a sacrifice fly and he drove into Ribby. He's 0 for 2. Game 2 in St. Louis. Just by Gant, foul ball to left.
Strike 1. We're in the 7th now.
Strike 1
our
perhaps.
score to this point. A
Ball 1 to the right.
To Machado.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you've got to get that pitch right there. 0-2,
It must have been some kind of a sort of video or something.
Chance to really do some damage.
The 1-1.
That could be for Sir. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
He'll be kicking himself tonight if he doesn't come up with a big knock right here. That pitch was in a hittable location, and a hitter of this caliber usually doesn't let that go by.
1 and 2 coming up by Gant. Ball 2.
Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
But at least that is really sticking together. That's a good thing.
2-2. Doesn't get
Ball
the zone.
3.
Count full now.
3-2 counts are usually a time to
Now 3 and 2 on deck. Renfroe. Hunter Renfroe is batting 37 with 1 ribby. He is on deck. Comes to 3 and 2 by Gant.
And
ball 4, first walk by Gant.
He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around.
That's the first walk by Gant as he walks Machado for the 6 and 2 Padres.
But he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Brings up Hunter Renfroe. He's 0 for 3 with fly out in the 5th inning. Runner of first 2 outs. Game 2 in St. Louis, strike 1 to the left. I want to say thank you, Zombie, for helping me. 23 views and 5 likes yesterday. Wow. Let's see what happens while we do Doom Eternal tonight. So, foul ball behind home base, strike 2. He actually said my link in the chat was that's a good thing. Swing and a miss. Struck him out as well. And the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Padres. Game 2 in St. Louis. Go to bottom of the 7th. Padres 4, Cardinals 1. And on the mound for the 6 and 2 Padres is David Bednar. I think it's 5th start of the series. as we speak, with a good ERA.
He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you
Due
out
up for the
as well.
Cardinals is Paul
Anytime it
DeZong,
gets
shortstop.
up
He
there,
has,
north of 7, 8 pitch ABs.
he has 2 strikeouts.
Sometimes it
He
just
has,
comes down to pure execution.
he's 0 for 2.
Let's see if he makes the adjustment
Here's the
right
Pitts. Strike 1 to the upper right.
The zone for a strike.
Yeah, I'm thinking about keeping it at 61 moderators in the chat, so.
I'm not surprised to see
Mets
him take
5,
him on the
Nationals
first pitch
nothing,
there.
the final in New York City.
Ready with the 0-1.
But that's something that I'll only have the maximum of having. Keeping it at 61 instead of 65 or 70, so I'll just keep that in between the number I have. So
The 1-1 home.
that'll be fly ball deep center field, and that'll be a single. So a single by the Cardinals.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We
Paul
cannot
DeZong with the
Nobody
single.
can make an out. We have to find a way to
Look
put
at it one
2
more
men, maybe
time.
3 men, put
Hit
some pressure on
hit
this
the
team.
center field, and it's a runner at first, nobody out.
Into the box now, Tyler O'Neill.
Strike 1 to the upper right. Strike 1. Brings up Tyler O'Neill, the center fielder. He has struck out and he has grounded out. He's a right-handed batter. Runner at first, nobody out. He might even try to steal, maybe. That'll be fly ball to deep right center field. Racing back, and he makes the catch. Terrible move. And he does get back to first base safely, instead of having a double play. That's a good thing. Brings up Yadier Molina, the catcher. He's grounded out twice. He is 0 for 2. White Sox 9, Mariners 6, and Chicago. Here's the pitch by Benner. Strike 1 at the bottom. Indians 3, Blue Jays 1 in Cleveland. But thank you, Zombie, for helping me a little bit this morning. Greatly appreciate it. Ground ball center field. Goes to second, and it's out of play. That was scored as an E4. And defensively, they were trying to get a double play off the bat. But check this out, guys. Ground ball center field. Gives it to second baseman. Tries to give it to first baseman, and he throws it away, apparently. But we don't see that very often. So, pinch hitting, the 3 and 4 Cardinals, it will be the very top one. So, pinch hitting for the 3 and 4 Cardinals will be Matt Carpenter. In the bullpen, Kirby Yates. And in the bullpen for the 6 and 2 Padres. So, it's a runner at second, 2 outs. Strike 1 to the upper right.
And he's got to get on base anyway.
Carpenter still enters play with 998 career hits. He's hoping for a few more inside of his career. Comes the 0-1 by Bender. Swung a little too late. Strike 2.
He went after the pitch inside, and it's strike 2.
It's always on counter. Whatever it might be. Sex Wayne waited a little too long. Throws to the first baseman, and the inning is over. Game 2 in St. Louis. Cardinals leave 1. We go to top of the 8th inning, guys. Padres 4, Cardinals 1. And selecting a pitcher on the mound, it will be the so coming on the mound for the 3 and 4 Cardinals this morning, game 2 in St. Louis, will be Dominic Lewan. Lewan making the third start with no strikeouts on the mound yet. In game 2 in St. Louis. Due up for the Padres this morning in the chat for the Iamacreator community. It's Eric Hosmer. He is 2 for 3, double, single, and drove in 2 runs in game 2 of St. Louis.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
It's coming up on one at the bottom. Cardinals I've already allowed one walk, so that's not a positive area. 44,245 in Game 2 in St. Louis. So that's a good crowd. Good crowd number. There'll be fire balls deep center field. And he makes the catch, one away for the Padres. Here comes second baseman Dennis Davidson. 2 for 3 for home run double and drove it in 3 ribbies. Ball 1 at the bottom. Ball 1-0. Swing, strike 1 to the left. That'll be a strike on that. Ball 2. I also sent my money to the bank this week. And what's it actually did go down a little bit, as I assumed it would be. Ground ball to left center field. He does get there, and that'll be a single. So a single by the Padres.
3 for 4. He's looking locked in.
Runner at first with 1 out come already.
Standing in now, number 62.
The pitch by Lee 1, strike 1 inside the zone. That brings up Austin Allen, guys, the catcher. He's 0 for 3 if he strike out in the 6th inning. Yeah, we're actually doing pretty good since I got a little bit of supporters back. So that's a good thing. Ball 1 to the bottom left. 1-1.
Davidson leads off first with 1 away. Throw to first.
That'll be strike 2. Runner will hold at first. 1-2 count. And he struck him out. Out number 2 for the Padres. Game 2 in St. Louis. First strikeout of his career by Dominic Lewan. So that's the second out for the Padres.
Stepping in now, Will Myers.
6 swing, strike 1 to the right.
Lifetime versus this arm.
Set out to baseball demos. How you doing? We saw Will Myers. He's singled twice. He's 2 for 3 in Game 2 in St. Louis. That'll be fly ball to deep center field. That ball's not getting back, and it's gone. Deep center field. It is gone. 2-run shot by Will Myers. Home run number 6 for 436 feet. As the 6-2 Padres, or as it's now 2-run shot, as it's now 6-1 Padres. Game 2 in St.Louis. The 3 and 4 Cardinals have their work cut out for them, apparently. Happy birthday, Dan Aykroyd, 4 days ago. Coming out of Ghostbusters and Coneheads. I've seen Coneheads. So pinch hitting for the 6-2 Padres will be Josh Naylor. 6-1 Padres, top of the 8th, 2 outs. So pitch by Lee 1. And that ball is shot to right center field. And it'll be the catch. The side is retired. We play out the 2-1 shot by Will Myers to deep center field. In Game 2 in St. Louis, we go to bottom of the 8th inning. Padres 6, Cardinals 1. And on the mound for the 6-2 Padres this morning in Game 2 in St. Louis will be Matt Stratum. Stratum making his 5th start of the season, 1-0 record and 5 strikeouts. And due up for the Cardinals will be Tommy Edman. Singled in the 3rd inning, and he is 1 for 3. Strike 1 to the right. Zone 1.
And hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
We'll keep paying it forward as good as we can, guys. Be rewarded. And we never ask anything back in return. As good as we can.
Now the pitch.
We got about 3 likes. Can we get up to 5 in the chat?
Stays
Can we
alive,
jump in the
still
5 in the
0-2.
chat, guys? As good as we can.
Another 0-2 coming.
Hold on, I didn't follow him on YouTube yet. And they pop up to foul territory to right, and he makes the catch 1 away. The Cardinals. Oh yeah, I don't think I actually followed him on Twitter. Actually on YouTube yet. Hold on. We play it once again.
Easy pop out. Well executed pitch there.
The bullpen, Carl Edwards Jr. is in the bullpen for the 6-2 Padres. 1-1 to the right. Brings up Colton Wong, second baseman. He struck out in the 6th inning. He is 0 for 3 in Game 2 in St. Louis. Okay, there we go. Okay, Dopus, that's what I'm looking for.
Fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1.
Now, I did get that going for him on YouTube, so he should be good.
If he can keep hitting that spot.
He should be already good to go, so. 1-1 count by Stratum. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2. White Sox 10, Mariners 7, and Chicago.
Trying to ignite the boys by driving something out of the ballpark.
Ball 2.
The curveball that's in the dirt that time,
And it's already 2-2. Type 1 in the chat. Type 1 in the chat if you can hear me. And he struck him out. Now bad of a strikeout for, and that's the second out for the Cardinals.
That strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location. All 5 down in the
Well, we can still
zone.
definitely work with that as well. Here comes Paul Goldschmidt, first baseman. He has doubled and singled. He has 2 for 3. In Game 2 in St.
Down to
Louis.
their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time.
If you guys can hear me, let me know in the chat.
Who knows what could
You
happen.
guys have a Twitter. You guys can follow me on Twitter as good as anybody else can. I'm not that hard to find. All you have to do is just keep getting it out there, and we should be good. We'll be good to go to get back to what we're doing. 1-0 count coming up. Strike 1 at the bottom.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it
We got
1
about
ball and
4
1
likes.
strike.
Can we get up to 6 in the chat? Ball 2.
There's ball 2 now.
It's currently 2-1 in the chat.
Now the 2-1. Is a
Ball
ball
3.
down and away.
It's now 3-1. On deck is Marcel Azona. He's batting 167 for his batting average. That'll be foul ball to right in the stance, strike 2. That'll be ground ball center field, picked up by second. Throws to first, and the inning is over. What's up, Zombie? What's up? I got you 10 extra followers. Thank you, buddy. I greatly appreciate it. At least you guys can continue to help me. That's a good thing. We go to top of the 9th, Padres 6, Cardinals 1. But thank you, Zombie. If anybody can get me back up there, it would be you. And the rest of you guys of the Iamacreator community. So that's actually something to look into. Well, like I said, thank you so much for it. Thank you so much, Zombie. You're still one of the 61 moderators, so it's not a weak idea. That'd be pop up to left. He makes the catch, 1 away. We got about 5 likes. Oh, thank you, buddy. Brings up Fernando Tatis Jr. He's 1 for 4 with a single in the 5th inning. You guys are still getting Doom Eternal tonight, so we can see where we're at. Like I said, Zombie, I want to thank you for helping me this morning. As long as I get back to what I'm up against, that'll be okay.
The 1-1. Down the third
That'll be ground ball, fair ball to left center field, and that will be a single.
He was able to recognize that pitch early.
So a single for the Padres.
Nice base hit.
But how you been today, Zombie? Pittsburgh was 5 inches.
In now, Manny Machado.
Strike one inside the zone. Brings up Manny Machado. He had a sacrifice fly, drew a walk, and he's 0 for 2. Game 2 in St. Louis. Runner at first, 1 out. Hold up, guys. Strike 2 up top. But once again, thank you so much, Zombie, for helping me out with anything we can. Anything you guys can, so.
0-2, here it is.
Swing and a miss. Out number 2 for the Padres. Game 2 in St. Louis.
On that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just starts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the
We
bat
play
on,
once
and
again.
when you've got that good slider going, it's
On the
a
corner
great
of Stone.
strikeout pitch.
Between the left.
Into the box, Hunter Renfroe.
Foul ball to left.
Fouled away.
Strike 1 perhaps.
Struggling so far in this one,
Brings
and
up
looking to
Hunter
erase his
Renfroe.
0 for 4 ball game
Struck
right
out
here.
in the 7th inning. He is 0 for 4.
The 0-1.
Padres won the first one 2-1, basically.
Tatis leads
Coming out
off
of,
first with a pair of outs in the inning.
So far today for sure.
And he
That'll
grooves
be,
the
that ball's
fastball.
going to be gone too. That's a fly ball to deep center field. Racing back and doesn't get the warning track, and it's gone. 2-run shot.
Hunter Renfroe with a 2-run shot. First home
By,
run of the campaign for him, as this is now a
Renfroe.
7-run ball game.
The first name is Hunter, and it's 8-1 Padres. Yeah, the
everyone in
3-4 Cardinals
stadium,
haven't
including the guy in the mound,
been getting
knew
a
it
lot
was
of
just a
in
matter
their
of time until this
arsenal,
guy cranked one out
apparently.
here. Well, that's the first one of the year.
So it's
and
actually
many
having
more are sure to follow.
anybody's work cut out for any team, so. Which is actually kind of pointless, but it's all good. Pointless to where it comes down to.
Standing in now, Eric Hosmer.
Strike 1 inside the
Strike
zone.
1 on the fastball here, no
Brings up
balls
Eric
and a strike.
Hosmer,
With this
first
one
baseman.
almost in the books,
He
the
drove in
story
2
was
runs, a
clearly
double,
the long ball. What
single,
are your
and he has
thoughts on
2
this
for 4.
offense, fellas?
Game
Well,
2
maybe,
in
I don't
St.
know what your
Louis.
thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts
That'll be
jumping out like
foul
this,
ball to right
it's
center
clear that
field.
pitchers need to start making
The
better
Padres
pitches.
are just locating on game 2 already. That will be a double.
On their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage.
So a double for the Padres, to a double by Eric Hosmer.
Fastball. He's trying to sneak in the back door. He's unable to get
That'd
it
be
done. Leaves it
right
over
center
the heart of
field.
the plate, and that's just too easy for a guy like this. He's
The
licking
pitch
his
by
chops
Lee
as
one.
the ball arrives,
Strike 1
and
to the
he
right.
drills it to the outfield for an extra
Brings up
base hit.
second baseman Dennis Davidson.
stands
Hold
in as
up.
he looks at a called
He's 3
strike.
for 4 for a home run, double, and a single.
Runner in scoring position at
Game
second with 2 down.
2 at St. Louis.
Just
Swinging a
behind
miss,
the
strike
fastball
2
there,
to the
2
right.
strikes
It's now 0-2. Lee one's trying to get out of this inning,
Too low
but
with
it'll
the
be a ball
fastball
1
there.
for
One
sure.
ball, 2 strikes. Ready on 1 and 2.
Foul ball to the batter's box. That's strike 2. Yeah, 4 likes in the attack. Can we
Here's
jump
another
into
1-2.
6? Ball 2.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. Hit in
And
the
that's
air out to
fly
center
ball to
field.
center field.
O'Neal waits on it.
And it will actually
And that's
stop the
the
bleeding.
third.
Good catch, though. Pretty good catch. And the inning is over.
Padres get a couple of runs in
We
the
play
inning
shot
on
of the
the
2-1
two-run
stop
home
by
run.
Renfroe.
Last
Deep
chance
center
coming up
field.
here for the Redbirds. It's the
Game 2 in
Padres
St.
8
Louis.
and the Cardinals
For
1.
the bottom of the 9th, Padres 8, Cardinals 1.
So striding
Due up
forward
for the
now,
Cardinals will be Marcell Ozuna.
Starting things for his side
He's 2 for
here in the
3,
ninth,
drove in a
as they
ribby,
already
single
have
with that home
improbable
run.
odds of trying to
The
come
3-4
back
Cardinals
from
need to
this.
get some runs going.
A lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know
The way
these
the,
stats still count, at least for their own
any
stats,
baseball team's
and
playing
knowing your
as good as
chances
possible.
as a professional.
Stratum is still on the mound for the 6-2
First pitch,
Padres
on its
this
way.
morning. Game 2 in St.
Taken,
Louis.
and
Strike
that
1
one
at the
catches
bottom.
the bottom part of the strike zone.
Not a bad take there on that first pitch. Not a real good idea to go up there.
So that's
looking for
almost
a
inside
changeup
of a
there. Sometimes
order.
you just have to tip your cap.
Drilled right
And that'll
back
cool
up the
things off a little bit.
middle.
That'll be
And a
ground ball
base hit, so the
center
leadoff
field.
man is aboard.
and that will be a single.
Well, I think it's safe to say the ice
So
is
single
melted
by
on
the
this guy.
Cardinals.
He has been cold coming into this game, but that being
There's usually some kind of like a fresh start. So there you go, ground ball center field. Runner at first, nobody out. Currently so far this morning. Strike one inside the zone. That's 0-1. That would be Jose Martinez. He has struck out in the 6th inning. He is 0 for 3. Giants 2, Rays nothing in San Francisco. Wait a little too long on the ball. Strike 2 in the bottom left corner.
A runner at first with no outs here.
Shout out to Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It's been around for 29 years. This is actually back in 1991, I would assume, during this current date. Brings up Paul DeJong, shortstop. He's 1 for 3 for single in the 7th. Runner at first, 1 out. Game 2 in St. Louis. Bottom of the 9th. 8-1 Padres. Strike 1 to the right. We had 29 years for Terminator 2. Shout out to that. Swing and a miss, a little too long off his hand. Strike 2. It's now 0-2, guys. Indians 3, Blue Jays 1 in Cleveland. That'll be fly ball to deep right center field. And he makes the catch. Runner will hold at first. And that's the second out for the Cardinals. Cardinals are down to their final out. Last chance for the Cardinals. It will be Tyrone O'Neill. He's 0 for 3 if we fly out in the 7th. But it is a runner at first with 2 outs. For what it's coming down to.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Twin 6, Phillies nothing in Philadelphia.
Pretty healthy hack that
That'll be strike 1 inside to the left. Involving one of the sets, perhaps. 1-1 count by Stratum.
1-1 home.
Ball 2 to the right.
2 out with the man at first.
Naturally, it's 2-1. That'll be foul ball to right in the stands. Strike 2.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change, he had to be sitting off speed right there.
That'll be fly ball to right center field, and that's to do it. And the Cardinals have a bad result, down to 3-5 of the season. The Padres rise up to a blowout, up to 7-2 of the season. Little sportsmanship being brought to justice. So for the 7-2 Padres, they just tore it up in Game 2 in St. Louis this morning. Dennis Davidson was 3 for 5 for home run, 3 RBIs with a double. Well, Myers, 3 for 4 home run and 2 ribbies. Evan Cosman was actually one of the MVPs. He had 2 doubles. He was 3 for 5. Travis Zanikowski. He had Zanikowski, 2 for 5. He had his first 2 at bats. He had 2 bunt attempts, and one of which was actually a single. I think it was basically a single between one of the 2, basically. For the 3-5 Cardinals, the only best part involving that stat sheet is Marcell Ozuna with a solo shot. It was 3 for 4. Paul Goldschmidt had a double. Tommy Edwin was 1 for 4. So the Padres take Game 2 up to 7-2 over the Cardinals, down to 3-5, 8-1, 14 hits, 1 error, 7 hits, and no errors. It's actually almost unexpected to be a credential. Simulate that. Before we get to the other teams, let's see.
Great Sunday action lies ahead, but
see if there's anything else there's anything there's not to be concerned in between.
As they beat the
okay. As far as the other teams go, we've got the Royals. We've got the Royals up 3-4, a victory up by 3 runs. Over the Tigers down to 2-7 in Detroit. 7-4, 12 hits, 3 errors, 5 hits and 1 error. Keller with his very first win. Ian Kennedy with his second save. The Go-Go Mets, as our Red Sox fan still has the 2 favorites. That's actually personally on one of the 2 boards on MLB. It comes to any baseball project, basically. Going up to 6-2 over the Nationals, down to 4-3 in New York City. 5-0 shutout, 9 hits, 4 hits, and 1 error. Stallman with his first win. The Reds up to 5-4. By 5 over the Pirates, down to 4-4 even in Pittsburgh. 6-1, 12 hits, 8 hits, and no errors. Ward with his second win for the 5-4 Reds of the season. The Twins, when they were the actually only unbeaten left, they do improve up. The Twins improved to 6-1.
The Houston Astros
of the series over the Phillies to 2-5 in Philadelphia. 6-0 shutout, 8 hits, 4 hits, 1 error apiece. Jose Barreros with his first win. Let me see. The White Sox win by 3 in a good close mismatch, up to 4-3. Over the Mariners, down to 4-6 in Chicago. 10-7. 13 hits, 1 error, 10 hits the same way with 1 error. Rodon with second win. Andrew Colon has his third save for the basic strategy. Rays win by 4, up to 5-4 over the Giants, down to 2-7 in San Francisco. 7-3, 12 hits, 8 hits with no errors. Potes of his first win of that matchup. Indians get the 4th consecutive win after starting 0-4 in the first 4 games of the season. Even over the Blue Jays, down to 3-7 in Cleveland. 3-2, 7 hits, 9 hits, and no errors. Plesak with his first win. Brad Hand with his very first save. The New York Yankees win by 2, up to 6-2. Over the Orioles, down to 4-4 in Baltimore. So there's actually just a few teams that'll being nameable for sure. 10-8, 13 hits, 1 error, 11 hits, and 1 error. We got Hale with his first win. We got Sabin the Fireballer with his 4th save. The Houston Astros going up to 5-4. With a victory by 3 over the A's, down to 3-9 in Houston. 4-1, 8 hits, 6 hits, no errors. Costas with his second win. Harris with his first save. The Cubbies make it look easy, up 1 by 8, up to 7-1. Over the Brewers, down to 3-6 in Milwaukee. 10-2, 16 hits, 4 hits, no errors. Cole Hamels with his very first win. The D-backs have some sort of an upset by 1 run, as a matter of fact. Going up 3-6, upsetting the Red Sox down to 8-2 in Arizona. 4-3, 7 hits, 8 hits, no errors. Gowland with his first win. Avery Bradley with second save. The Braves went by 1, up to 4-4 even. Over the Marlins, down to 2-7, and hold up a minute. All right. And Atlanta, Georgia, 3-2, 4 hits, 7 hits, and no errors. Blevins with his first win. St. Green with second save. The Rockies, however, going up to 4-5, winning by 6 over the Dodgers, down to 6-3 in Colorado. 7-1, 12 hits, 3 hits, and 1 error. From that basic note, Brandon Saul with his first win, and the Angels going up to 6-3, improving, improve up to 6-3. Well, the Rangers down to 4-5, and LA it's 5-4, 9 hits, 1 error, 4 hits and no errors precisely. Bud Trey with his first win, Robles with his 5th save. So the Cardinals are down to 3-5. As the Padres won the first one 2-1 earlier this week. Just moments ago, Pirates, actually no, Padres won the second one 8-1. So next time it will be the 3-5 Cardinals series finale taking on the 7-2 Padres. Between the ones on the mound will be Adam Wainwright taking on Dinelson Lamet, excuse me. So that'll be sometime this week when we get the chance. It's still 1 to 2 days a week. From the Iamacreator schedule format, guys, since it's still very entertaining. As far as the others go, we've got the 6-2 Yankees taking on the 4-4 Orioles in Baltimore even. And so will be Montgomery 2.57 ERA versus Bundy. He has an 0-1 record, 10.80 ERA. 2-5 Phillies hosting the 6-1 Twins in Philly. Kyle Gibson 1-0 with a 4.50 ERA, taking on Aranta 3.60 ERA, which is still pronounced as earned run average, or earned runs allowed between the two. 3-7 Blue Jays taking on the red hot 4-4 Indians in Cleveland even. Borutski 1-1, taking on Carrasco with an 0-1 record. The 2-7 Tigers hosting the 3-4 Royals in Detroit. Dunas 4.50 ERA, taking on Matt Moore. I would think Matt Moore would make sense, maybe, depending on what the first name of after the last name of Moore would be, with a 3.60 ERA. 6-2 Go Mets hosting the 4-3 Nationals in New York City. Philip Corbin 12.00 ERA, taking on the debut of Diaz on the mound for the 6-2 Mets. 2-7 Marlins taking on the 4-4 Braves in Atlanta. Alcantara 0-1, 2.70 ERA, taking on Kiyu Tell with 6.35 ERA. 4-4 Pirates even hosting the 5-4 Reds in Pittsburgh. These Scalafani 1-0, 2.45 ERA versus Keller 6.75 ERA in a different moment. 4-6 Mariners take on the 4-3 White Sox in Chicago. Gonzalez 3.46 ERA, taking on Lopez, who has a 2.84 ERA as well. 5-4 Astros hosting the 3-9 A's in Houston. Montez 2-0 for 1.15 ERA. Peacock 5.40 ERA. This is actually below average, or over average. 7-1 Cubs taking on the 3-6 Brewers in Milwaukee. It will be Jose Quintana, 1-0, 2.57 ERA, taking on Nelson, who has an 8.44 ERA. 3-6 D-backs hosting the 8-2 Red Sox in Arizona. Chris Sale is on the mound for the 8-2 Red Sox. He has a 1-1, 6.55 ERA. We're taking on Walker, who has a 1-0 record, 3.86 ERA with basic record. 2.7 Giants taking on the 5-4 Rays in San Francisco. Suedos making his debut, taking on Suez. 0-1, 9.64 ERA. 6-3. I've been trying to rephrase it. 6-3 Angels hosting the 4-5 Rangers in LA. Dorado 3.60 ERA, taking on Canning. 4.76 ERA between the two averages. And the Dodgers. 6-3 Dodgers taking on the 4-5 Rockies in Colorado. Hill with a 1-0 record, 3.38 ERA, taking on Hoffman with a 40.50 ERA. And that's going to wrap it up for this morning, guys. No standings this morning. I'll tell you guys a little bit more in just a second. Hold up. But alrighty, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this morning. I will be back tonight with a new episode of Doom Eternal. It's every Saturday and Sunday. If you guys want to catch more MLB 19, managing the 3-5 Cardinals every 1 to 2 days a week, hit that red support button if you guys are new in the chat. I am keeping at 61 moderators. I don't think I'm going to increase it anymore, despite no positive facts to it. And if there's also anyone in the chat that does have a Twitter, you can do so. But follow me on Twitter anytime you'd like. If you guys can stare me out, tweet me out, get it out there. As I said on the new episode of Doom Eternal last night, get it out there. Get me back up there what I've been getting up to. And we'll see what we can do despite any positive good facts for it, and see what happens. We watch our videos in full, we like them in full, share them as good as we can, and we are all good to go, and we never ask for support back as we speak. I will be at Subway a little bit later, but tonight will be a new episode of Doom Eternal, and then tomorrow's actually a free-for-all, because all I have to work tomorrow is 7 to 11 in the morning, and I think I will be relaxing for a little while, and then go to Subway the same way. So, but that's going to do it for me this morning, guys, of the Iamacreator community. I will be back tonight for a new episode of Doom Eternal to see what we can do about those two white snowman demons. See what we can do despite the fact. But I'm going to wrap, but that's going to do it, guys. I want to say thank you, Zombie. Dopus, thank you. And thank you. I will be back tonight, guys, for Doom Eternal. It's every Saturday and Sunday on the format. I want to thank you guys for being entertaining, as always. Normally having a good time. But other than that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed being entertained. As always, I will be back tonight for Doom Eternal. And it's every Saturday and Sunday of the Iamacreator format and the schedule. Be good to one another, be kind to one another, and love one another. Till next time, this is JD signing off. See you guys tonight. Same time, same channel. And I'll see you guys till then, to be so. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys tonight, guys. Be careful.